when I was injured for a long time, he was still texting me, like asking how I am and that. So, you know, that just kind of shows the type of person that he is. They've done a lot for me. And obviously being similar ages, played a few times in the 21s. So I kind of knew him before I was joining. And then you see what he's able to do last season and the start of this season. He's unbelievable talent, and obviously getting to know Trips from the start of last season, he's done loads for me, probably without him even realising. When he was appointed, obviously I thought this may be an opportunity for me.
Tino, it is so lovely to finally sit down and chat with you. Your name has been consistently mentioned by Gareth Southgate and many pundits at talkSPORT as the next off the production line as it is. How excited are you to be with the seniors?
I'm very excited. Obviously, I feel like last season I done well when I got given the opportunities to play for Newcastle, and obviously everything that happened, I had a few injuries and that, but started the season okay, and obviously with Lee coming in, he's obviously given me the opportunity to get my first call up, so I'm very grateful.
Yeah, you've known him since the under-20s, is that right? What's he like as a coach?
As a coach, yeah, he has his own ideas and what he wants to do. But as a person, like, he's a really nice guy. Obviously gave me my first 20s and 21 call up, and when I was injured for a long time, he was still texting me, like asking how I am and that. So, you know, that just kind of shows the type of person that he is.
How important is that as a player to know that you've got someone like that that's checking in on you, aside from on the pitch stuff?
It's big. Obviously, in football, you have a lot of, like, you have your teammates and everything like that who always check up on you. But for someone that isn't, like, really connected to me in terms of seeing me every day, like a normal coach, but for me that was, like, really nice, just kind of keeping me in the loop of everything. So yeah, like I said, I'm very grateful.
You obviously started off at Chelsea, in the academy there, moved on to Southampton, then to Newcastle. How would you say your game has developed?
Yeah, no, been around the country a bit. I feel like when you're at Chelsea, you kind of dominate the game quite a lot, because obviously the academy is unbelievable. You've seen the players that have come through recently. And then I had the opportunity to go to Southampton. And then it was just a complete change in that way, but it was something that I really enjoyed, you know, kind of being like sort of an underdog in most of the games you go into, but I loved every minute of being on the pitch when I was a Southampton player. The fans, the manager, the team, they all took to me, and then obviously they were there for me in my tough times again when I was injured. And then obviously being at Newcastle was completely different again. It's a one club city, so, you know, you go out there, you're only seeing black and white. It's amazing to be a part of, like, the culture, the environment, not just in the training ground, but like in the city. It's like everyone's really close, everyone's really tight knit, and yeah, no, I love living up there.
Yeah, and of course you've got Anthony Gordon up there as well, Kieran Trippier.
Yeah.
Additionally, how much have they helped you?
Yeah, no, they've done a lot for me. And obviously being similar ages, played a few times in the 21s. So I kind of knew him before I was joining, and then you see what he's able to do last season and the start of this season. He's unbelievable talent, and obviously getting to know Trips from the start of last season, he's done loads for me, probably without him even realising. But yeah, no, just someone that you can, similar, obviously same position, and someone I can just look at every day and how he trains. So yeah, subliminally he's done a lot for me.
Anthony Gordon speaks so highly of him and says exactly the same thing, in terms of he probably won't realise how much influence he's had, obviously. And he's just retired from international duty, which is incredible, but that leaves, you know, a space.
Yeah, no, I guess so, but for me it was just about always, I'm just a big believer in, like, you know, when the time's right, it's right. I'll get given an opportunity, and then it's just down to me to take it. But for Chips, he had an unbelievable international career, and I said before, like, if I go on to have anything like he did, then I'll be very happy.
Well, you have that all ahead of you, but I want to know what position you see yourself in, because you're versatile. We know that. You stood in for Dan Burn previously. We've seen what Kieran's done versatility-wise for for England as well. When you see Luke Shaw consistently at the moment, unfortunately injured, Ben Chilwell out of the side, there is that spot at left back that is available. You are able to play it, even though you are a right back by trade, if you like. How do you see it?
Obviously, I'm first and foremost a right back, but it's kind of, I guess, credit to the manager from last season to have that faith in me to play me out of position, and I really enjoyed it. I love playing there. I always say, as long as I'm out on the pitch, I don't really mind where I'm playing. It's just kind of being out there. There's no feeling like it. So it's down to the manager, obviously, but I see myself more as definitely a right back. But like I said, any given opportunity, I'd love to be out there.
So is it a conversation you've had with Lee Carsley? Because obviously Gareth Southgate spoke to Kieran and said he was needed in that position back in 2018. And as I say, there's more of, we've got a plethora of right backs, so there's almost like a queue, whereas left back might be an option.
I haven't had the conversation directly with him, but who knows, in the future he might pull me in and ask me, but for right now I feel like that's where I feel most comfortable on the pitch. I'm sure if like last season when I was playing there, I was getting used to it, I was training there, then that's a whole different kind of, like, you feel more comfortable there, if you know what I mean. And if I was to do that, yeah, I'd definitely feel more comfortable. But for me now, like where I've started the season and everything, definitely feel more comfortable in my natural position.
Ashley Cole, was he at Chelsea? I can't work out the timings in my head. Was he at Chelsea when you were in the academy at Chelsea? Was he someone you were aware of back then?
What, when he was still playing?
Yeah. And in and around.
Yeah, when I was, I think when you first sign, like like under 8 deal, around Christmas they let you train with the first team, and I think he was so
You reminded him of that, made him
nah,
feel old.
I haven't. And then when I grew up throughout the age groups, he come back and coached a few of our sessions. So, yeah.
How did you all feel that the group of you that have been involved in the age groups coming up, that have been called up for the first time, how did you all feel when you saw that Lee Carsley had been given the job on an interim basis and he was bringing Jolien and Tim and Ashley Cole with him? Did you all think, okay, they know what we can do, this is our opportunity?
Yeah, no, definitely. Obviously played 21s last season with Cars, and when he was like appointed, obviously I thought this would maybe be an opportunity for me, and then obviously I think it's kind of down to you how you play and how you train at club level first and foremost. And I thought if I continue to play well, then it's kind of have the opportunity, and I was thankful that he gave me the call up.
So what do you want to get out of this camp?
Kind of get familiar with the surroundings. Obviously, it's a bit different from being an under 21, where like I was kind of experienced in a way because I played quite a few games as an under 21. And obviously coming in here being new, you need to get used to obviously like the standards and everything like that. So something that I'm like excited to get to grips with, and obviously the training, the level is just. It's unbelievable, but it's something that you kind of look at and you want to be a part of.
Final question then, who's impressed you the most in training that maybe you were a bit surprised about?
Not surprised, I mean, training with England first team, no one's going to surprise you, but I would say Kobe.
What's impressed you the most?
Just his like close control and like passing.
On AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.